Welcome to IQ Checker YouTube channel, home of science quizzes and IQ tests.
To Cambridge Lower Secondary Checkpoint Mathematics Paper 1 for April 2024. So in the previous video, we were able to cover from question 1 all through to question 6. So in this video, we're going to continue from question 7 to question 7. 7a. Mike and Pierre each asked to write equations of two lines that have a positive y-intercept. Tick to show if each student is correct or not correct. So we have equation, the first equation here for Mike and the second equation here for Pierre. So for Mike, before we can be able to get our intercept, it says to let us confirm if both equations have a positive y-intercept. So we're going to look at that of Mike first. So Mike has these two equations. Y is equal to minus x plus 3. And the second equation is y is equal to 2 minus x. Alright, now how do we get our y-intercept? For you to calculate for y-intercept, it means x is equal to what? 0. For you to calculate the y-intercept, your x must be equal to 0. So we now substitute 0 for x in these our two equations. So for this first equation, we now have 0 for x, that is minus 0 plus 3, and that will give us what? 3. In the second equation, we have 2 minus 0. Remember, we're substituting 0 for x. So 2 minus 0 will give you 2. These two values are positive. So we have positive y-intercept. So y, Mike, is correct. Now, we're now going to look at Pierre. Let us verify the equation for Pierre if the y-intercepts are also positive. So for Pierre, we have the first equation as y is equal to x plus 0.5, and the second equation is y is equal to 7 minus 5x. Remember we said for you to get y-intercept, x must be equal to 0. So in the place of x, we are going to substitute for 0. So we now have 0 plus 0.5. And if you add them together, you have 0.5. And this is a positive y. Then if you go to the second one, we have 7 minus 5x, that's 5 into bracket 0. You will now have 5 multiplied by 0 will give you 0. So 7 minus 0 will now give you 7. Is also positive. The two answers we got here are also positive. That shows that Pierre is also correct. Both y-intercepts are correct. So we now move to the part B of question 7. Part B of question 7 now says, the equation of a line is given 7 equal to 3x plus y. Find the gradient and the y-intercept of this line. The gradient and the y-intercept of this line. For you to be able to solve this, you need to rearrange the equation to meet the linear equation that says y is equal to mx plus c, where the m is equal to the gradient, otherwise known as the slope. Okay, so we are going to rearrange to fit something like this. So for it to be like this, it means that we're going to change this equation and make y the subject of the formula. Okay, so now let's try to solve that. Equal to 1 is equal to 3x plus y. So for us to make y the subject of the formula, we are going to subtract 3x from both sides. Okay, so we now have 7 minus 3x is equal to 3x minus 3x plus y. So with this, plus 3x minus 3x we cancel out. We now have 7 minus 3x is equal to positive y, or y. And this can also be written as y is equal to 7 minus 3x. And if we bring it forward, we can now have y is equal to minus 3x plus 7. Still the same thing, minus 3x plus 7. Remember, we are trying to make sure that the equation fits this our linear equation. Now bringing them together, now we now have y is equal to minus 3x plus 7. Y is equal to minus 3x plus 7. Alright, so with this, comparing the two equations, you can see here we have our y. Good. Here we have our x. Do you see that? Now, what will be representing the m here now will now be minus 3x. Okay, you can see that minus 3x is occupying the position of m. So automatically we can now say that our m is equal to minus 3, which is the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x, which is m, gives you the gradient. So you just have to rearrange your equation such that it will now fit the linear equation. Okay, so the linear equation is y is equal to mx plus c. M is the gradient or the slope. M is the gradient or the slope. Okay, while c is the intercept. So c is equal to intercept. Alright, so automatically as well, you can see c and 7, they are aligned. Okay, so automatically we can say that our c is equal to 7. Okay, so with this now, we can now come to our blank spaces and put gradient, which is as minus 3, and our y-intercept as 7. Simple as that. And if you don't still want to use this equation to solve for the intercept, because you must use this equation to get the gradient, but if you don't want to use it to get the intercept, remember, for you to get your intercept, y-intercept x must be equal to 0, and if you put it there, you will still arrive at 7. Now if you use this equation, that is what is required of you, you will get the intercept as 7. So we now move straight to question 8. Question 8 says, Tick to show if each conversion is correct or not. 60 nanometer is equal to 6 millimeter. That conversion is obviously not correct. 2000 gigabytes is equal to 2 megabytes. That conversion is obviously not correct. Okay, it is obviously not correct. So without any further ado, you just tick the not correct boxes. Now question 9. Question 9 says represent -2 less than x less than or equal to 4 on a number line. So in this case, definitely you have to grab your ruler and your pencil and you have to draw a straight line. -2 less than x, so you come to -2 less than x, so x is greater than -2, so you are going to be moving towards the right. Okay, we will move towards the right, then less than or equal to 4. So all through the way to 4, you have, and remember it says less than or equal to, so because of that, this one will be shaded. So it makes it different from the normal less than. This one less than or equal to will need to be shaded. So you have this over 4, you have this over -2, and then you draw your straight line. Remember, you just have to grab your ruler and make it straight. So you make it straight and join it with this one. So this gives you -2 less than x and less than or equal to 4. And once you do this, you've gotten your correct answer. Question 10. The diagram shows a shape made with 3 identical rhombuses. Find the value of x. So before we start solving, can we just take a good look at the amount of marks awarded to this question? You can see a whopping sum of 4 marks is allocated to this. So we're going to have some calculations here. You need to pay attention and listen attentively as we take it step by step. Alright? Now, the question says we have 3 identical rhombuses. So we're going to take our time now to label the rhombuses. So this will be a rhombus A, this would be our rhombus B, and this would be our rhombus C. The 3 rhombuses. Now we've been given 3 equal angles here. So we have to complete the circle to calculate the total angles in a circle. So to complete this, we join this point to this point, then we join this point to this point, then we join this point to this point. So this gives us a perfect circle. And these points we just joined now, we are going to label the angles. And since they are all equal angles, we are going to use the same variable. So we'll be choosing variable y. So angle y here, this one to y, and this one to angle y. Alright. So the total angles, the 370s joined together with the 3 y's will give you the total angle in a circle, which is 360 degrees. So with this now, let's proceed to find the value of y. So 70 plus 70 plus 70 will give you 210. Now let's take it step by step. 70 plus y, because we want to start moving from this point like this, okay, in this direction. So 70 plus y plus the next 70 plus the next y plus the next 70 plus the next y will give you 360 degrees, the sum of angles in a circle. So 70 plus 70 plus 70 will give you 210. Y plus y plus y will give you 3y is equal to 360 degrees. So subtracting 210 from both sides, 210 minus 210 plus 3y is equal to 360 degrees. So this one we cancel out. We now have 3y is equal to, this one is minus 210, okay, degrees. So 3y is equal to 360 minus 210. Remember, you are not to use calculator. You're going to solve it out. So minus 0 minus 0, 0, 6 minus 1, 5, 3 minus 2, 1. So we have 150 here. 3y is equal to 150. Alright, so dividing through by 3, divide by 3, we have this one we cancel out 3, and y is equal to 3 here, 1, 3 and 15, 5, and 0. So y is equal to 50. So each of the y here is equal to 50. So we are going to focus on rhombus B now, where our variable x is. So with this, we can just simply remove the y in rhombus B and simply put our angle 50 here. Okay, now in this rhombus, the opposite angles are equal. So this angle here, opposite to 50, is also 50 degrees. And the angle here, opposite to x, is also x degrees. Okay, so let me try to make that more visible. So the angle opposite to x is also x degree. Alright, and the sum of angles in a rhombus as well is equal to 360 degrees. So that will now take us to our next step of calculations. We rub this off and then proceed. In this rhombus now we have 50 plus x plus the second 50 plus the second x to give us 360 degrees, which is the total sum of angles in the rhombus. 50 plus 50 will give us 100. X plus x will give us 2x. Is equal to 260 degrees. Then you subtract 100 from both sides. Plus 2x is equal to 260 degrees minus 100 degrees. So this 100 and 100 we cancel out. We now be left with 2x is equal to 360 minus 100 will give us 260 degrees. So we now divide all through by 2, divide all through by 2. This we cancel this, then 260 divided by 2 will give us 130 degrees. So our x here is 130 degrees. You now come to the space provided and just write 130 there. We just write 130 degrees. With this your workings, you get your full marks.
We have come to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Other levels of this topic are displayed on your screen. Click on the next level of your choice to watch. Many other topics are available for biology and chemistry. Kindly check them out also. Special thanks to all the subscribers, and if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, please like this video, subscribe and touch the bell button. Subscription is free. Thank you.